and back again. So we have in Sweden we have a famous slalom rider. Sorry for my bad English. Ingmar Stenmark. He used to say that he was interviewed after a race that he won, and some interviewer said something like, "You were lucky today," and he replied in Swedish, but I translated to English. Yeah, it's funny. The more I train, the more lucky I get. So I think he's right about that. Luck. Some people think that it was just lucky, but many times luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity. Luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity. So pay the price to be ready for your success. Position yourself to take advantage of your opportunities that shows itself when you're walking down this corridor of uncertainty. And prioritize the right thing, and be aware of some. Yeah, be prepared for the opportunities when they arise. If you're not prepared, you can't do the right choice. So an unprepared person simply looks incompetent and foolish. So Charlie Munger, he says it's important to know where your competency is, your edge, the edge of your competency. So you know what you don't know. It's like Warren Buffett says, he'd rather speak to a person with an IQ of 130 that thinks he has a. Yeah, we've got a bus in the lane here. Gotta slow down. Warren Buffett thinks that he rather speaks to a person with an IQ of 130 that thinks it's 125 IQ than a person that has a IQ of 180 and thinks he has an IQ of 200. So he rather deal with person that knows his limits. So be willing to sow for a long time before you reap. You gotta sow before you reap. You know the expression? I think it's in the Bible or something. Knowing that if you sow in quality and quantity, the reaping will come about eventually with the force of law of nature. That's a quote from Tracy. I'm still in the picking parts of the Tracy PDF, Taking Action. And in this PDF, it also talks about the first hour of the day. Like I'm on my second hour and it's 5:46 a.m. But I'm using this second hour to express ideas, thinking about them, expressing them, and hopefully they will stuck in my head. So I'm working on the progress of learning the ideas of life, the ideas worth remembering, worth living by. So The first hour is the rudder of the day. It's a quote from Henry Ward Beecher. Henry Ward Beecher. Let the first hour be the rudder of the day. So let your first hour be your rudder of the day. Read something inspiring. Set your mood into to handle the day. And yeah, make yourself psych yourself up for the day that is coming. The first hour in the morning is often called the golden hour. It's almost a paraphrase of the golden mean. Yeah, not really, but so this is the hour that during which you program your mind and set your emotional tone for the rest of the day. So reading a good book rather than newspaper. You know, newspaper doesn't lift you up. It's no good. Yeah, there's some news what has happened, but doesn't evolve you. Doesn't make you. It only makes you have something to talk about during the coffee break, but it doesn't evolve you. Some more thoughts from this Brian Tracy folder. To have energy to walk down the corridor of life. The key is to eat lightly and healthy. So that means eating more vegetables and fruits. So we got a car that's in the middle of the lane here, holding up. Yeah, I gotta brake some, sorry. So we're going into a fog here. Yeah, speed. I have a speed warning. So anyway, it's a book, Eat to Win by Robert Haas. It says that in this book, it says that the diet should be comprised by 75% carbohydrates, and 15% fats, and only 10% proteins. So I don't know about if this is the correct formula, but always like to ponder new ideas. So I've been training all my life, and I've been eating pretty much protein to build up the body. So I've at least eaten about the amounts of grams that I weigh in proteins. Sometimes more during heavy periods and so on. But it's probably only good for building muscles and so on. It's not for your health, you know. If you want to be healthy, you gotta eat more vegetables and a mixed diet of cabbage and kale and so on. So yeah, I think it's right. 75% carbohydrates and not sugar then. 15% fats. So I'm not into the LCHF, the low carbon high fat thing. I don't think it's that healthy, even if it's lowers your weight, since it keeps your stomach occupied and so on. But this is 15% fat in this Robert Haas book, Eat to Win. Okay, next topic. Also from the Brian Tracy, taking action. He says that you have to think about the self-talk you do to yourself. So if you're in sales, oh, it's getting warm inside. I pull up the heat. Yeah, too warm. A little bit colder. Yeah, so see yourself as a, if you're in sales, see yourself as a rejection specialist rather than a sales specialist. So for every rejection you sort of win. So don't be afraid of reaction. See yourself as a reaction specialist. Yeah, you know, change the mind about, play with words so you feel like more like a winner in what you're doing. You know, when you get rejected by a girl or woman, yeah, you just one step closer to your goal. You gotta go through lots of people before you find the more like the right one. It's a numbers game, you know. So decide that you will be the one bouncing back instead of just breaking. So by this we leave the Brian Tracy folder, and I have jumped into other stuff sometimes also, but get the picture. So I'll be back with a quote from Marcus Tullius Cicero. The quote from Marcus Tullius Cicero goes like this: to be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. I repeat it. I think it's really true. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. So if you don't know what happened before you were born, if you don't know your history, if you don't know what has happened in subcategories and so on before you were born, you remain a child in your thinking. You don't know. It's pretty much the game of many people today. They don't know what happened before they were born, so they're trying to make rational decisions without knowing. It's impossible to make the right rational decision for and deciding. And this is something that Charlie Munger is also into. You know Charlie Munger, perhaps you don't know who it is. It's sort of a businessman, an investor. He's known for being partner with Warren Buffett, and his partner in Berkshire Hathaway. They're investors. And I found that investors often know more than most other people because they bet their money on knowing. They have to know. They can't be like politicians and so on. Politicians are pretty much non-rational. They think they know, but they don't. They've read some book and think that this is a good idea, blah blah blah, but they haven't seen the whole picture. But investors, they are in a competitive world category, so they have to know their stuff if they're gonna win. So anyway, Charlie Munger, it was here that opened up my eyes for this Cicero quote. He says in a talk, that Cicero is famous for saying a man who doesn't know what happened before he was born goes through life like a child. So I repeat it again. A man who doesn't know what happened before he is born goes through life like a child. Yeah. And he continues, Charlie continues, and it's a very correct, that's a very correct idea of Cicero, and he's right. And Charlie Munger is a smart guy. He doesn't know everything, no one does, but you pick the pearls, and Charlie Munger has figured out pretty much stuff here in life, as far as my ignorant judgment can tell. Yeah, we're all ignorant, but trying to make our best to find the answers. That's at least what I do. So this is what I had for you today. I hope you liked it, and we'll see what we come up with next time. So it's 6 a.m. right now, and I still have about 50 kilometers left to commute to make my day's earning. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and hope you have a nice day. I will try to have it, and yeah, not gonna hold you there for much longer. Bye bye.